Hi guys, welcome back to another of my drawing videos. I really apologise about the light. It's grey and it's raining outside. It's just horrible. It really is. And I've got my light on the ceiling light, trying to get some more light in, and I'm propped up in front of the window, but that really isn't making much difference. It's just bleak. So my plan was to follow up from the last video, which was about rendering your drawing the outline to start off, and then the next step would be drawing in some details, but I can barely see the details on this drawing, so there's no way the camera's going to pick it up, and I'm looking at the camera now and it just looks pretty blurred. So it would be absolutely pointless me doing that, so I was trying to think of something else I could do because I really wanted to share my latest drawing, and I thought the best thing to do would just be showing you my pencils and my paper and the bits and pieces that I use, and then next time I come back hopefully we'll have some light, even if not sun, and I'll be able to talk about how I put my details in. I also wanted to say I've made a playlist putting together the drawing videos, so if you've missed any you can go look in my playlist and you will find my drawing videos, and also the old vlog with the dogs. I've put their vlog with a dog, excuse me, I've put them in the playlist, so if you've ever been curious about how I started out on YouTube, they're also there in a playlist. But back to the drawing. This is another drawing of Captain Janeway, played by Kate Mulgrew on Star Trek Voyager, and yay, new Star Trek series coming back, so you know, I'm keeping up with the times for the first time in my life. And it's the third one I've done. The first one I did, it's Suzanne from Suzanne's Babies Now Has, and I'm really pleased she likes that one. The second one I did was exactly the same as this, but not well rendered, and the eyes didn't go right. But a friend of mine really liked the drawing anyway, so she's taken that one, and I was determined to have another go at doing this particular image and getting it right, and I'm quite pleased with it. It actually did turn out not too bad at all. Suzanne from Baby Bunting's nursery gave me a suggestion because I was complaining about how much I dislike drawing clothes, and she said, well, why don't you try just doing the details in the face and hair and then drawing lines where the clothing would be. And I thought that was a really good idea, so I decided I would give that a go in this drawing, and that's what I did. But when I finished it and it was just the details in the face and hair, I didn't think it looked quite right. Sorry, Suzanne. So what I did was I decided to put a little bit of detail in the clothing. So I drew in the collar and a little bit on the shirt here, and then I let it just sort of wisp out into the representative lines, and I think it looks really good. In my opinion, it turned out really well. And I know you can't see it because of the lighting, so I will bring you in for a quick closer look at that in just a minute so you can see what I mean, but I think it really does look good. So thanks for that suggestion, Suzanne from Baby Bunting's nursery. And let's have a look. Things that I've got here. It's a strange video, guys, I know, but I really wanted to come in and do this, and when I saw the light was so bad, I was just stuck, really, was the word. Paper. Okay, when it comes to paper, it is worth spending the extra money, putting an extra pound or dollar or yen or whatever to get a decent pad of paper, and there are two that I have. They are both Newton and Windsor. Sorry, wrong way around. Windsor and Newton. I am dyslexic. Those. One of them is the Bristol board, and the other one is the medium surface. There we go. They are both A4 size. I think A4 size is a very good size to start with. I have got the A3 sketch pads as well, but I just find for a portrait size, which is what I really like doing at the moment, is portrait, this is a good portrait size. The difference between the medium surface and the Bristol board, well, the medium surface was recommended to me by my artist friend Lynn, and it says here for the Bristol surface, it says extra smooth board, excellent for detailed drawings, illustrations with pencil, technical pen, ink and airbrush. It has a sort of yellowy texture to it, creamy texture, colour, and it is a rougher texture. It's got a certain roughness to it. And the other one is the Bristol board, and this one is smooth and white. They both feel more like card than paper, but they are paper, just very thick paper. And for this one, the Bristol board, it says extra smooth board, excellent for fine detail drawings, illustrations. I've read them the wrong way around. Okay, this one is a Bristol board. This says extra smooth board, excellent for fine detail drawings, illustrations with technical pen, ink and airbrush. The other one was the medium surface. So the first one should have said attractive textured grain surface, ideal for pencil drawing, coloured pencil, pastel and charcoal. Now my opinion on these is they both have a plus and they both have a negative. So it really is what you're looking for. For me, the Bristol board, which is a nice smooth white paper, is really good for putting your little details in. So when I drew the dog, my dog Tasha, this was ideal because the little hairs went in very nice and all those tiny little details that needed to go in were perfect. But shading on this is very difficult. It doesn't spread the shading around. You have to keep reapplying more and more pencil. It doesn't hold the graphite well. Whereas this one, brilliant for shading, really good for shading. You can put a tiny bit of pencil on and spread the shading around really well, blend it really well. But putting tiny little details on is difficult because of the rough surface of it. You feel like you're dragging the pencil around on the surface. So that's my own opinion. It could be very different to other people's opinion, so it's what you're looking for, really. And then the pencils. I have these pencils. I had these pencils kicking around before I started sketching, so whether they're the best pencils in the world, I have no idea, but they're what I use. There are 12 of them in there, ranging from H4, which is the finest, right up to 6B. I do have some thicker pencils than that now, but these are the ones starting out with. And out of this pack of 12, I probably use 3, because you need a nice fine pencil, you need a medium pencil, and you need a thick pencil. You don't want to use a medium pencil and press on thinking that will give you a nice black look, because it will not. What it does if you press on to get a thicker look is it causes it to sort of look shimmery and shiny and silvery. It has a metallic look and it doesn't just give you that darker look. So you need a thick dark pencil for any dark shading. And yeah, out of the boxes 12 I use 3. So if you can just get individual pencils, that's the best way to go. Get yourself some medium, light and darker pencils, because I feel like I waste most of those. Obviously you need a pencil sharpener, pretty standard, you don't have to pay through the nose for a pencil sharpener. I think this one came out of a cracker at Christmas. But yeah, obviously you need a nice sharp tip so you can use the point to put your details in, and you use the side of the pencil for shading, and that's why you need a pencil sharpener. We have the highlighter pencil, which you saw. This one is white and it's really good if you forget to add highlights, like in her tripping over my tongue, in her eyes there are the little lights captured in her eye. If you forget to put those over the pupil and the iris, you can always go back and add them with a nice white eyeliner pencil. Oh, right, engage your brain, Debbie. Highlighter pencil. You can always add those little tints in the eyes and on the hair. If you have one of these, it's very handy to have. We have, what else do we have? We have these little stubs. These are used in shading. You can also use cotton buds or Q-tips, as some people call them. These are just made of paper, rolled up very tight pieces of paper, and they're used for blending in the shading and stuff. I would have used them on here. and they're really good. They blend it, they spread the shading around and the graphite. And yeah, you can actually, if you don't clean them, just 1 second to see if any of this has got some left on. Yeah, you can see there's some graphite on the end there, and I could just do some shading just using that without using a pencil because it holds the pencil so well and spreads it around. So these are called stumps or nubs, I think, but I call them stumps. And those are them. And then of course there is the putty, which you've seen before in a haul of mine. If you haven't seen that, go back and check my playlist for the art videos, and that is basically, I'll show you, this is your kneaded eraser, which is better than using an old-fashioned rubber or eraser because you can, let me show you, manipulate it so you get little small bits like that, so you can just rub out small sections, small points, you can erase them, and then to clean it you just go like that, and it actually does clean graphite off the page without making that horrible smudge. So this is a must-have. Just leave that there. And then of course naturally any painter, and not painter, any artist with pencil drawings needs makeup brushes. So yeah, makeup brushes. Oh, you want me to explain that? Okay, yeah, makeup brushes can be used for the blending of the shading as well, and usually it will be used with this stuff. Now this stuff in here, let me show you. Try not to get it everywhere because it's very messy. You see the powder in there? That's graphite powder. That's pretty much what pencils are made of these days, graphite, and this would have come in a stick, and used a knife and just grated it down into powder, and it makes a really nice base coat for the shading. So I put it on the face and used one of my makeup brushes to spread it all over the face, and then I will build up the layers of shading with an actual normal pencil. So that's graphite. And be careful with it if you do decide to grind it into powder because it is so messy. Which is another reason you would need a little chamois for dusting the graphite powder. I think that's it. Oh no, we also have this. This is for cleaning these. So you would just, you know, right on there. Scrape it against there. I recommend doing that outside unless you want white confetti everywhere. And I think that is everything as far as the tools that I would use. Yeah. Also a nice file to keep the drawings in is a good idea. I just bought a cheap one in Wilkinson's the other day for 80p. It's just a little, yeah, you can't see, but it's just a cardboard file with a ribbon on it, and it just holds everything together, and that's it really. So I'm going to try and move you in so you can see that picture a bit better. Let me get off the floor because I always find myself on the floor when I'm doing these videos. Okay, oops, sorry guys. Yeah, this is what I was trying to talk about here. Around the shoulders, as you can see there, she doesn't have the detail drawn in on the shoulders, she just has some wispy lines, but we started off with doing the shading there, and I think it turned out quite nice. It's different, and there's that. It kind of looks a bit skewered, but it's not, it's because I've got it propped up. She does have a normal head. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave it there because it's just so grey today, it's just kind of pointless. So take care, have a lovely day, and I will be back soon. Bye guys!